ranking the 92 on the best derbies or rivalries, part 1. In at 92, and as a bit of a special mention, Hallam versus Sheffield, the world's oldest football derby. Just to note, a few non-league clubs will come into this series if their derby is big enough. In 91, Accrington Stanley versus Morecambe. I have to say, I'm not really too sure about this one. How much goes on here? Is it big? Never really hear about it, so I have placed it really low down on this list. Accrington and Morecambe fans, can you tell me if this is really something? In at 90, Brentford versus Chelsea. Now, there may have been a bit more to this a few years ago, but this fixture's definitely been watered down by the Premier League. I'm not sure how many times Chelsea played at Griffin Park, but certainly Brentford's move to the G-Tech has probably lessened the impact of this rivalry. In 89, Gillingham versus Bromley. This is a very new rivalry that does have a little bit of a spark to it. Technically, it's not a Kent derby because Bromley is South London, but if these two are in the same division for a little bit longer, this could turn into something. I always find it a bit sad as a Gillingham fan because our main rivals, Maidstone, can't seem to get out of the 6th tier. 89. In 88, QPR versus Watford. I think potentially some fans in the past may have considered these two to be secondary rivals. Obviously, both clubs have other clubs they're more focused on. Maybe this shouldn't even be in the list. It's at 88. 87 is QPR again, this time against Brentford. Now, there's probably a little bit more to this one. Only problem is my continued scepticism against Brentford and the club losing a little bit of its fierceness, hence why this is now at 87. 86 is QPR again, this time against Fulham. In terms of location, this is technically considered a West London derby. However, QPR took Fulham on in pre-season. Now for me, if any game's happening in pre-season, it's unlikely to be a rivalry or a derby. 86. 85, Bristol Rovers versus Cardiff City. Now listen, in terms of rivalry, we all know what Bristol Rovers and Cardiff's main focus is. There was also the potential for these two to be in the same division next season, but both got relegated. From my understanding, these types of derbies are considered the 7-side derby, but I think with this combination of clubs, there's not much to it. 85. 84, a Welsh derby, Newport versus Swansea. I may have slightly underestimated this one. Apparently in 2006, even the fourth official got in on the action. Was certainly at the centre of the action. However, these two sides haven't played each other much in recent years, so I have put it lower down on the list. 84. 83, Huddersfield Town versus Leeds. This is technically considered a West Yorkshire derby. Earlier last decade, both clubs were in similar divisions for quite some time, particularly the 3rd tier. Huddersfield did actually get the upper hand in most of those games. However, this derby has really fizzled out a little bit, especially now considering Leeds are in the Premier League and Huddersfield are stuck in the 3rd tier still. Well, that rounds up part 1 of the series. Stay tuned for part 2.